Hello and welcome to our Winter Protection with Essential Oils presentation today. I'm Cynthia Miller and I have Dailaan Shaffer and Shawna Bradford with me today. We're going to go through some really wonderful ways to look after yourself this winter. We've still got a little bit more, a few more weeks to go through the winter, and there's a lot of colds and flus and viruses and bacteria going around. So we want to make sure that you have a plan that is going to help you look after yourself in a natural way. So we're going to talk about essential oils and the products that doTERRA is offering this month. It's really quite interesting the way they've pulled out all these products together. So I've been using essential oils for quite a few years, but doTERRA has come into my life the last 3 years, and it was exactly 3 years that I decided to do this as a business, February 1st. So I was celebrating that 3 years, and I feel like I'm really getting some traction now. It's a lot of fun, and I can see the progression that I've made. So this kind of presentation is one of the things that I put together with Dailaan and Shawna, and we really enjoy being able to teach this and give you some education with the oils. So I've been using 2 of these products the last week because I've got a little bit of a stuffy head. It started with the sore throat. I find that I get really dry in the winter, and then it doesn't matter how much water I drink, it's just sort of there. So I'm going to share a little bit about how I use these as we go through the presentation. So I hope that you can find this helpful in your winter protection plan. Okay, so Dailaan, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Dailaan Shaffer, you see that? And I've been using the oils for about 15 months, these oils for 15 months. And it was a real eye-opener when I realized it took me a couple of times to be introduced to the products in the company, but I was really impressed with how the oils could be used internally as well, and how they are medicinal quality. So I use oils every day for pain. I use them for sleep. I can't get through the night without waking up if I don't use the oils before I go to bed. And I'm using them for my skin and lots of things. And we'll talk about some of those things today, but I'm just, I wouldn't be without them. I'm really pleased that they are part of my self-care plan, and love the way we can boost our immunity with the oils and stay healthy.
Thank you. Shawna.
Hi, I'm Shawna Bradford. I've been using doTERRA for about 3 years now. And I started out I wanted to overhaul my cleaning products. When I had kids, I knew I wanted to switch to more natural solutions and get rid of some of the toxic chemicals. So that's how I started with cleaning, and also for my mood as well. And it took me a little while to get to the therapeutic properties, but that's really what won me over. It's just amazing. My entire medicine cabinet is made over, my cleaning closet. It's just amazing. And myself and my family have not been getting sick like we used to. My youngest son has his immune system is a bit low, and he would always get sick. And since I started using doTERRA, he doesn't miss nearly as much school. I personally haven't been sick in over a year. I wake up with a sore throat, I do my protocol, and within a few hours, I'm feeling back to myself again. One of the challenges I face is that my family doesn't use the oils quite like I do, but because I diffuse and I've used the oils to clean, they're still getting the benefits, and I've really noticed it. So I'm just very thankful that I found doTERRA. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, ladies. Yes, I think we would all agree on that one. We're so happy we found doTERRA. Now, doTERRA has put out this reflexology chart. There's also one for feet. And I just thought it would be fun to share this today, because if you look closely, you can see where you can, I don't know if everyone is aware that we have energy meridian lines flowing through us, and this is how reflexology works. You can use it on your feet or your hands. So there's different points here. So if you look at your right hand, the first two fingers are actually eyes, and the second and third and fourth finger are ears. So if you massage these points, you're actually helping to open up the energy meridians to your ears, to your eyes, and you can see the lung is in the center there, just below the third finger. So play with this a little bit, but what you can do is add an essential oil that is good for that part of your body to your hand, and you can massage it in. So it's really quite interesting. This is all, you know, thousands of years old, how they've mapped this out, and a whole different line of healing modalities. But we can use this in our practice with the oils. So just wanted to give that to you for reference. Now, our mission really is, we work together and we want to help as many people as we can. You know, we know that there's all kinds of pharmaceuticals out there and medications that people take, but there are effective natural solutions that can heal physical and emotional challenges. And we're not saying don't go to the doctor, don't take those medications, but maybe look at these a little bit closer to be able to, you know, manage symptoms and be able to maybe, you know, just sort of help you sleep better, have a better immune system so that your body automatically looks after you as it heals. And that's really what natural solutions are all about, is allowing your body to get into that state of balance and allowing it to heal naturally. So we bring this to you to create awareness for healthy alternatives, to introduce you to new products. And we've got 2 essential oils that I haven't really talked a whole lot about. Shawna is going to talk about them today. So a couple of new oils. We've got new ways to use products. Dailaan's going to talk about this beautiful line of On Guard products that maybe you're not familiar with how to use that line. We want to get to know you, and we want you to get to know us. We want to be your resource to come to us and ask questions, and we'll help you find solutions, okay, so for all your health challenges. So today we're going to share the product of the month. Every month, doTERRA gives members a gift, and I always say this is a gift from doTERRA. It's free every month when you place a 125-point order, and we'll talk a little bit more about the points later on. But basically, by the 15th of the month, if you put in an order for 125 points, you get product of the month free. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the monthly 10% off product. They always give us 10% off one of the products. We're going to talk about a winter protection plan. So this is something that doTERRA has put together to help you use the really effective essential oil products this time of year for immunity, to ward off virus, bacteria, and that sort of thing. And then the Winter Protection Collection is a kit that they've come up with that includes a diffuser and 5 really wonderful oils. So we're going to talk about that. I mentioned the 2 new essential oils. We're going to talk about LRP. This is the Loyalty Rewards Program. And this is the best way to purchase essential oils. It's really below wholesale is really how they've been describing it. And then we're going to talk about our gift to you. Now, as you can see, this picture really is, I think, the essence of the simplest way to use essential oils. It's through the olfactory system, which sits just under our brain, that we can smell things. And so because it's so close to the brain and because it's automatic, we don't do anything to make it happen except breathe it in. And then it's an automatic thing that happens to the limbic system and the brain, and it's sending messages to the rest of the body. So you know, this really is the easiest way to use essential oils. And remember, the sense of smell is really quite powerful, and that's how these work. Okay, so I want to talk to you about your protection plan, because a lot of times people do not sort of think ahead. And so this time of year, airborne pathogens are everywhere. Kids in daycare, in school, we're in close quarters. If you take the SkyTrain or the bus, you know, like you're breathing the same air. If you're flying, you're breathing the same air. So it's really important that you have a strong immune system, okay? It's fighting to be strong when you're in these environments and when the air quality isn't quite, you know, fresh and clean. You can actually diffuse these oils to clean your air. The respiratory system is under siege when You think about all the air that we breathe every day in the different places that we go. You know, it's really important to pay attention to, you know, when you're shaking hands, when you're networking, when you're, you know, having that touch contact, not only the airborne, but then the touch contact. So it's bacteria, it's virus. We don't want them. Let's fight them off. Okay. So there's two different product lines that are really important. If you have these two only, I think that you're going to notice a difference in your protection plan. And this is what I've been using the last week. I've been breathing in the On Guard, the Breathe, the easier, and taking the throat drops. I've gone through maybe about half a bag or so because, like I said, I'm just dry, and those just seem to open up the airways. Dailaan's going to talk about the On Guard line. And so these two oils are actually part of the promotion this month. So really important to understand the effectiveness of these two. Really, really amazing, you know, just go-to products. So On Guard and Breathe Easy Air. So we're going to talk about the product of the month, first of all. This again is free when you order 125 points by February 15th. And this one's called Ravensara. Now this one is actually an ingredient, one of the ingredients in the Breathe Easy Air blend. Okay, so this one is really effective for cleaning the air. It cleans surfaces, so you can put it in a spray bottle. It really freshens things up. You can throw this in the diffuser with or without another oil. You can even bathe in this, so it's going to be really sort of, I think it's going to be sort of like eucalyptus, where it's really opening up your airways. I haven't got mine yet, but I will certainly be trying that one out. And yeah, it's just so, you know, just sort of in line with this protection plan that we're talking about. So Ravensara, product of the month, free this month with 125 points. Okay, now there's a 10% product, and this is called Yarrow Palm, and I think Dailaan, you're going to talk about this one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yarrow Palm is something that I've been using the last few months, and it's just it's an amazing little bottle here. This Yarrow Palm is, I don't know if you can see it, I'm holding this up, but the Yarrow Palm is this beautiful indigo blue color oil, and it comes in a bottle with the dropper because it's fairly thick and it comes out better that way, and you can have more control over it. But the Yarrow Palm is great for using on the skin. It's also great for boosting the immune system on the inside if we take it internally. So it can actually promote collagen production, and it helps reduce the appearance of blemishes. One way that I've been using it is just to put a drop or two in my moisturizer. It makes it very blue, and you put it on your face. And of course, the blue disappears. It absorbs into the skin. And one thing that I'm finding, and my friend Joni is finding as well, is that the rough areas on our face are much smoother using the Yarrow Palm than they were before. It provides powerful antioxidant support when it's taken internally, and it promotes cellular and immune system health. So it may also support healthy metabolic function. So there's lots of benefits to this. And yeah, so if you haven't tried it yet and you're looking for something that will smooth out your skin, it helps to give a nice glow. So I think you'll like that one.
Thanks, Dailaan. So I love what this active ingredient is called. It's called shamazoline. That's the active ingredient in this product, the blue. And I've been using this at night, and I love it. It's so thick and creamy. And I'm sort of the same with you. I think that I've noticed quite a difference. Yeah. Now you talked about putting it into your shampoo. Have you tried that at all?
Oh, shampoo, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a conversation about that yesterday. No, I haven't. I've been thinking about someone suggested putting 4 or 5 drops into the shampoo, but I use so little of our shampoo because it goes so far. And I
Right.
haven't figured out a safe way to take my bottle into the shower and
I
actually just
know.
without spilling it. So I'm
Yes.
still working on solving that. But I
Yes.
think that the thing that made me want to use it was when someone said that it really helped with dry scalp. And I have areas of my scalp that could really use a treatment. So yeah,
Right.
I'm working on figuring that one out.
Maybe you could get a little plastic cup and put your shampoo in there and add your yarrow palm and mix it up, right? You'd have to sort of
Yeah.
do that ahead of time. But I agree, I wouldn't want to take my bottle in there. You'd have glue all over the shower.
No, and
Drop it.
you know, it's pretty dear, so I
Yes.
don't want to risk
Yes.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I found that this has lasted a long time. You only need a couple drops. Like it goes a long way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Now we're going to get into the winter protection plan. We've got 2 different levels. So Sean is going to talk about this first level and this beautiful blend.
Okay, first I just wanted to give a tip because you guys were talking about dry scalp. I actually use the yarrow palm in a serum that I make for after I'm out of the shower. So I use the root to tip serum, and then I've added a few more oils into it, and yarrow palm is one of them. So it actually stays in, and I massage it right into my scalp. I might not do that in the summer because I tend to be more oily, but in the wintertime, I have no dry scalp right now. It's
Oh,
actually
nice.
amazing. Yeah, so
And
putting
so
it in
you leave
after is
that
nice.
on your scalp? Yeah.
Yeah, so it um I use it like hair product. So my hair's still wet, I just put a little few drops of my mixture and just run it through my hair and then let it air dry and yeah, and massage a little bit into my scalp too as well.
Right. There you go, Dailaan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, am I doing stronger?
No, no. I was just saying that there's a solution for your dry scalp.
Yeah, so that sounds really good. I'm actually using right now another spray that someone had suggested with a few different oils. It doesn't have the yarrow palm in it. Maybe I'll add it to that. It's something that I just spray on my hair after I get out of the shower and
Mhm.
leave in. So
Cool.
maybe that would work.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Shawna.
Okay, so this is Stronger Protective Blend. It comes in a roller. So this is part of the kids collection, but I always like to reiterate that this is not just for kids. I use it all the time. I love the kids kit actually, and it's good for adults as well. So it's just diluted a little bit more and they have less ingredients. So I find they're a little milder, but it's still great to use. So the Stronger Protective Blend has cedarwood, rose, frankincense, and litsea, which is another oil I'll be talking about later on. So these are all really powerful for the immune system. And I also like to say as well, if you don't have rose, Stronger is a nice alternative at a better price point. So because it has rose in it, I like to use that in place of rose sometimes. So this one is good for a natural immune defense. It also supports the mind and the body. So if you're feeling unsupported or you just need a little boost, I like to put this on over my heart, and it just kind of helps to raise your spirits up. And if you're feeling like you're not protected, so that's where the protection blend comes in. Also, I like to roll it on my spine. That's something I've been doing this winter, and also the bottom of my feet. This is also something I keep in my purse, and I even just roll it on my hands before I go in the grocery store. I prefer this over On Guard just because it's not as strong of a smell. So I've been using this one. I still use On Guard, of course, but if I'm going out into public and I don't want that strong scent, Stronger is a great alternative for that. I've also been known to sneak into my kids' bedrooms if I know they're feeling under the weather while they're sleeping, and I'll roll it on their feet. So as I said earlier, they don't like to use the oils like I do, but they do anyways. So yeah, this is definitely a staple. I always have this one on hand, and I just love the smell of it. I think it's just fabulous. So Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I love that idea of putting it over your heart because it's got the rose in it. That's so
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah, I know. I quite like the
Yeah, me
smell of
too.
this one too. Yeah. So again, putting in a 100-point order, it's usually 1 point to $1 US, but every product has a different point value. And so we're going to talk a little bit about what you can order to make up that 100 points. But this is free with a 100-point order, and this is pretty much all month long, right to the end of February, which is the 29th. This leap year that we have, and it can be a new enrollment, or it can be an existing member that puts in that 100-point order. And I think you can do it up to 4 times per month for this month. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the next level of the protection plan. And Dailaan's going to talk about these products.
Mhm. So this is a great opportunity this month to stock up on the On Guard, several different On Guard products. So in this winter protection plan, we've got not only the On Guard hand sanitizer, but also the On Guard oil and the Stronger, as well as the hand soap, the liquid hand soap, and one empty dispenser. I think usually when you buy the dispensers anyway, you need to buy 2. Is that right, Cynthia? I haven't actually bought that yet.
Yeah, it does come with 2 when you buy that. Yeah.
So this way, you've got a bottle of the hand soap and a dispenser. And I love using essential oils instead of hand soap in the bathroom and at the kitchen sink. I find that commercially prepared hand soaps are overpowering. They have that kind of lingering fragrance that I know is not plant-based, and it's a little noxious. So I'm so grateful that we've got this option to get the On Guard hand soap. Now, I did want to say what I have noticed this month, because I'm ordering from the US cart this month, is that instead of Stronger, with the previous promotion as well, if you buy 100 points, you get an On Guard Touch instead of the Stronger. So I thought I'd just mention that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and then of course in this one, if you're getting these particular products free with a 200-point order, and you're getting that from the US cart, then you would get the On Guard Touch. So just a reminder that On Guard can be used in so many ways. If we feel like we're coming down with something, we can put a couple drops in some warm water and add a bit of honey and drink that. We can roll it on the bottoms of our feet, much like Shawna was talking about. We can put some oil in a spray bottle with water and use it to clean surfaces and doorknobs and light switches and that sort of thing. You can even add it to your dishwasher. You can add it to your washing machine. And yeah, there's lots of uses for it. So it's really handy this time of year.
Okay. Thanks, Dailaan.
Mm-hmm.
So just a note that this is level 2. So if you purchase 200 points, then you get all of these for free. And I'm just sort of adding this up in my head. It must be over $80 worth of value that you receive free with that 200-point order. So definitely, this is the month to stock up on Guard essential oil blend and the hand wash if you want to try that out, as well as the hand sanitizer and the Stronger or the On Guard Touch. Yeah.
I carry the hand sanitizer in my purse. I use it a lot when I'm out.
Yeah, me too. You know, you sit down in a restaurant, you don't really feel like going to the washroom just to wash your hands. I just spray my hands and I'm good to go, you know. Or if you've been in the grocery store and you're touching the shopping cart, before you even, you know, touch your steering wheel in your car, you can spray your hands. And then you know that everything you're touching is clean, right? I mean, sort of sounds like we're germ phobic, but you know, it's like this is the plan to look after your health, is really to pay attention to all these things. Yep. So that's really awesome. On Guard, really a basic essential oil blend in this whole plan. So doTERRA has put together the Winter Protection Collection. I've noted that this is worth 125 points. So this is one of the ways that you could get 125 points into your cart, and then you actually get that Ravensara for free if you order before the 15th, and you would get the stronger essential oil blend roller for free, or if you purchase this through the US cart, you would get the On Guard Touch. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about these oils. You've got 4 15 ml essential oil, and yeah, 1 blend and 3 oils, and then we've got a 10 ml roller. The Litsea and Manuka are the 2 different ones that Shawna is going to talk about. But I'll talk about this one first. So Breathe Essential Oil Blend is the respiratory blend, and this is the one, as I mentioned, has the Ravensara in it. It's got peppermint, laurel leaf, eucalyptus, tea tree, the lemon peel, and the cardamom, as well as the Ravensara. And so it like, as soon as you put that on your hand, you drop it in, you bring it to your face, your nose, to breathe that in. What you want to do is just keep breathing that in over the next 30 seconds, or until you can't breathe that from your hands anymore, until you can't smell it. Because what this is going to do is really get the full benefit from 1 drop into your lungs, your sinuses, your throat, your, even, you know, the ears are even sort of in that realm as well. So this is really important if you've got a stuffy head, just like myself. A little bit foggy this morning. Really, really incredible product, this one. Also comes with copaiba. So these are all in this Winter Protection Collection kit. I think it's going for 180. Is that correct? 180 Canadian? Yeah. It's also got copaiba, and copaiba is actually quite an expensive oil by itself. So when you add all these up together, I'm not sure what the savings are, but there's definitely a savings here. And again, this is for new customers if you want to enroll, or if you are an existing member already. Now, we've talked about copaiba before. Copaiba is from the Amazon. They tap it from a tree. It's like a resin. They distill it down, and of course, it gets to doTERRA. It gets to the third-party testing. It goes through all the tests to make sure that the chemical components are in balance to what it is naturally supposed to do. So what this one does is target the endocannabinoid system in our nervous system. Okay, so the endocannabinoid system is within our nervous system. There's a couple of different receptors there, and it's a direct target to the receptor. So it's really good for sleep. It relaxes the nervous system. It's really good for pain. Many people have experienced a change of life with this one. You know, life-changing sort of, you know, when you don't have pain anymore, when you get to sleep again, when you get to actually relax at the end of the day, it's life-changing, right? So I actually use this one every night. I put about 3 or 4 drops under my tongue. It's got a really earthy taste to it, and I don't mind it at all. In fact, I kind of miss it when I don't do it. And it just sort of helps me to relax. I do that about 15-20 minutes before I'm ready to go to bed. And it's, you know, sometimes people sort of equate this to what CBD or CBD oil does. And it's true, it does target that endocannabinoid system, but this is a direct target, and it's consistent dosage, whereas the CBD is not a direct hit. And it can vary from one sort of dosage to another, what the actual components are to heal. So this one is awesome. Got that in the kit. And then we've also got rosemary in the kit. And it's funny because I always knew that rosemary was really good for the brain. It helps to sort of wake you up when you're feeling a little bit groggy, if you're studying, or if you've got like accounting to do, or you want to read and you want to focus on something. Diffuse rosemary. And I took this out the other day just to sort of revisit, you know, what it was all about. And it sort of rivaled the blend Breathe for me. Like, it just opened everything up for me. But what I didn't realize until I put this together is that it's really good for respiratory infections and conditions. So of course, this is a natural product to be in this kit this month. So if you're prone to getting bronchitis, or if you've got a sore throat and you feel like it's getting into something, get some rosemary. Start diffusing it. Put it in your hands. You know, bring it up to your nose and just really breathe that in. Lovely, lovely smell. I love rosemary when I'm cooking too. So this is an analgesic, which is a pain relief, stimulant, which actually sort of targets cells to sort of give them a little bit of stimulation. And it's a neurotonic, so it's a tonic for our nervous system. Okay, so really good for mental, adrenal, and chronic fatigue, muscle and bone pain. You can probably just roll that on. Lovely, lovely oil to be part of this this kit. And here's the two oils that Shawna is going to talk about. I have not used these very much, but I know Shawna, you love these ones, don't you?
Yes, I absolutely love them. And these aren't ones we can normally get in Canada. So these, both of these, Litsea and Manuka, come from Australia. So that's not where they're sourced, but that's, well, sorry, Manuka is sourced out of Australia, but Litsea comes from East Asia, but it's available out of Australia. So there's been a couple of times since I've been with doTERRA that we've had access to these. So I always make sure I get in on that because I absolutely love these oils. Litsea, it has a very cleansing and uplifting smell to it. It kind of reminds me of Melissa a little bit, actually, and they do have some of the same properties. So it is very high in antioxidants. It's good for our immune system, respiratory, cardiovascular. So anything asthma, cough, bronchitis. It's also really good for the skin. So eczema, blemishes, anything like that. It's in our skin clearing blend. So it's one of the oils in there, and there's a good reason for that. This one also is good for seasonal blues. So this time of year, I know that can be a real factor for some people. So just like I said, it's really uplifting and cleansing, and just to breathe that in, it just opens everything up, and you know, it lifts your mood as well. I find this is a good one for cleaning as well, because it does have cleansing properties. I'm just going to read from the book here because there's a lot of things about it that I didn't know. Just so everyone knows, the Essential Life book. So if you don't have one of these, you can contact one of us and we could help you get one. This is kind of our oil Bible that we all use to look stuff up because we don't know everything. So it's good for high blood pressure, anxiety, cough and cold, as I mentioned, tension headaches, nausea and motion sickness. Oh, and it also says cellulite as well, excessive perspiration and athlete's foot. So those are a couple of things I didn't know about this. Sorry, I just lost my place here. Also allergies and pet shampoo. So my son's actually allergic to cats, and he has a mild dog allergy. We do have a dog. So I actually put a drop of this in my dog shampoo before I like when I'm washing her, and I've noticed it's really helped. He doesn't have a lot of symptoms with the dog, but I do just all of that kind of attacks his immune system. As I mentioned earlier, he did tend to get sick a lot more than us, and I found this has really helped. So it's safe for pets as well, but you know, it kind of helps keep the dander down is what it does. So next, Manuka. So this is a Manuka Touch Roller. So this is already pre-diluted for use. This one is really good for immune system as well. So I find if I feel like I'm getting a sore throat or anything like that, I roll it right all over my throat. It's also in a blend that I make for sore throat as well, but this just on its own. This is another one I keep in my purse this time of year, so I'm super happy that I got another one. So it's also good for achy joints and muscle pain, dandruff and scalp issues, so I never thought to use it for that. It's also good for skin as well, so just rolling it right on if you have acne or any blemishes, any dry spots as well, that would work. So cold, fever, cough, asthma, also bites, stings, and burns. So this is another one too. You could use similar to lavender. You could just roll that right on to help alleviate any pain or discomfort. This is also good for high blood pressure as well, mental stress, anxiety, um, ear and fungal infections. So I would, for ears, I would roll it just right behind and maybe just a little bit on the inside. You don't want to get oils in your ear, but this is a really powerful one. I find it similar to tea tree, and it has a lot of same properties, but it is, it's a stronger oil than tea tree. So this is kind of, I call this one of my heavy hitters, and I pull it out when I really need something, you know, to powerful that's going to work really well. Yeah, and I think that's everything.
That's fabulous, Shawna. Thank you so much. You're so knowledgeable in all these oils. Now, what we've done here for the next couple slides is show you how to put a couple of orders together so that you get the free products, okay? So we talked about the 125-point order before the 15th of the month. The Winter Protection Collection is the 125-point order that you could put in your cart. So you'd get all of those products at an amazing savings. And then you would also get the product of the month, which is the Rabbit Sarah, because you've got the your order in before the 15th. Plus you get the stronger essential oil blend roller that Shawna talked about, because it comes with 100 points. Okay, so if you put that in before the 15th, that's what you're going to get. And you know, that's going to help you so much. Okay, now if you want to put together a little bit more to make up the 200 points, what you could do is put the Winter Protection Collection together. So again, the 125 points, and purchase the Yarrow Palm. So the Yarrow Palm is about 90 points. So that's going to put you over the 200 points. So then you're going to get all the On Guard products that we talked about. You're going to get this kit at a savings, and the Yarrow Palm is 10% off. So like, this is just such an amazing deal. So I really encourage you to think about this. It'll be on your doorstep in like within 5 days, so that you're able to, you know, get going, make a plan, get yourself healthy, get your immune system strong, and really fight off whatever you're being exposed to. Okay, so please let us know if there's any questions with any of these products. And I'm just going to talk briefly about our loyalty rewards program. This is the best way to purchase products. Every product has a point, value, okay, point value. So you purchase products, they have a point value, and then you get a percentage of that point value back into your cart. So then you can use those points to purchase on your next order. So there's actually a place in the shopping cart where maybe you've got, you know, Breathe in there, or lemon or tea tree or whatever it is that you want to purchase. And then you'll notice the drop down where you can actually say, yes, I'm going to get this on points, and then it's going to cost you $0. Okay, so you work your way up to 30% if you're purchasing regularly. If you're just sort of not purchasing regularly, you don't advance to that 30% quite as fast. Okay, quite as quickly as what we do. So we're all pretty much at the 30% because we order every month. We're in this for the business, but you don't have to be in the business to make this work for you. Okay, so let us know if you have any questions about this. We'd love to explain this to you one-on-one. We're sure that you know, having those questions answered will give you a little bit more clarity on how this works. But this really is how it is. You know, you get the products below wholesale. Okay, awesome, awesome way. So this is our offer to you. Let us know when you've done this. If you put in a 100-point LRP order, it has to be on the Loyalty Rewards program, from now until the end of February, we're going to give you a roller that is personally created for you. Okay, so we can do a roller for anxiety, allergies, digestion, whatever it is that you're looking for. We can make that happen for you. So let us know if you're eligible. We'd love to show you how to make a roller. You know, they're so handy. Just throw in your purse, take it with you through the day. Okay, so this is our promise to you. We are committed to sharing doTERRA essential oils with you. We've created these continuing education programs. This is just one of the ways that we deliver. We also do workshops if you want us to come to your home, or if you want to meet us in one of the local places that we have them. Dailaan does them in Coquitlam, and Shawna is very involved in the continuing education they have in Surrey. I'm more downtown Vancouver. I'm on the Sunshine Coast as well. but there's so many ways that you can learn how to do these oils. And of course, we love them. You can tell. So please connect with us. Let us know what you're looking for, and we'll do our best to help you. Okay. Thank you so much, ladies. We'll be in touch.